Most adults are quietly failing at life without even noticing. Why are you still working hard, yet your bank account says otherwise? Mastering Japanese discipline can quietly reclaim control over your money and time. There's a specific kind of exhaustion that settles in around your mid-30s. You've been working for over a decade. You're doing everything society told you to do. You show up on time, you pay your bills, mostly, you're responsible. But when you look at your account balance, something doesn't add up. The effort you're putting in and the results you're seeing exist in two completely different realities. And the worst part is how normal this has become. Everyone around you is in the same situation, so you assumed this is just how adult life works. It isn't. What you're experiencing is the gap between American comfort culture and the kind of discipline that actually builds wealth. And that gap is expensive. It costs you thousands every year. It costs you peace of mind. It costs you the future you thought hard work would automatically deliver. The truth is, working hard in America has become a performance. We've been conditioned to conflate effort with results, to believe that being busy equals being productive, and to treat spending as a reward for that busyness. Meanwhile, Japanese discipline operates on a completely different premise. It doesn't care how hard you worked. It only cares what you built. I started noticing this gap when I was 32. I had a decent job, no major debt, and what I thought was a reasonable lifestyle. But every single month, I'd hit the last week with barely anything left. I wasn't reckless. I didn't buy luxury items. I just lived like everyone else. Coffee here, convenience there, a subscription I forgot about, a dinner out because I was too tired to cook. Small decisions, repeated constantly. I remember sitting in my car one evening after a long shift, checking my account on my phone, and realizing I'd spent almost $200 that week on things I couldn't even remember. That's when it hit me. I wasn't failing because I was lazy. I was failing because I was comfortable. American culture has sold us a very specific idea of what we deserve. We deserve convenience. We deserve comfort. We deserve to treat ourselves because we work hard. And every one of those deserving moments comes with a price tag. The problem is, no one tells you that comfort is a monthly subscription to financial stagnation. You're not making a single bad choice. You're making 100 small, comfortable choices that feel insignificant in the moment, but compound into a lifestyle you can't afford. And because everyone around you is doing the same thing, it doesn't even register as a problem. It just feels like life. Japanese discipline doesn't operate this way. It's built on a concept called gaman, which roughly translates to enduring the uncomfortable with patience and dignity. It's not about deprivation. It's about choosing long-term clarity over short-term relief. It's the difference between spending $12 on lunch because you're hungry right now and spending 30 minutes the night before preparing something that costs $3. Same result, different mindset. One is reactive, the other is intentional. And that difference, repeated every single day, is the gap between being broke and being in control. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. It's not motivational. It's not exciting. It doesn't feel like progress in a moment. It feels like nothing. You make the smaller choice, you save the money, you move on with your day. There's no applause, no dopamine hit, no immediate reward. And that's exactly why most people can't do it. We've been trained to need instant feedback. We need to feel like we're winning right now. But wealth isn't built in moments. It's built in patterns. And patterns require you to delay gratification long enough to see the result. I started applying this with one very simple rule. Before I bought anything that wasn't a true necessity, I had to wait 24 hours. That's it. No moral judgment, no shame, just a pause. And that pause revealed something I wasn't ready to see. Most of the things I thought I wanted, I didn't actually want. I just wanted the feeling of wanting something and resolving it immediately. I wanted the sense of control that comes from spending. 24 hours later, that feeling was gone, and so was the need to spend. Over 6 months, that one rule saved me over $3,000. Not because I became cheap, but because I stopped mistaking comfort for necessity. The second shift came from understanding Kaizen, the Japanese principle of continuous small improvement. In America, we're obsessed with transformation. We want the dramatic before and after. We want the big win, the promotion, the breakthrough. And while we're waiting for that, we ignore the small inefficiencies that drain us every single day. Kaizen doesn't care about transformation. It cares about today being 1% better than yesterday. And when you apply that to money, it changes everything. You don't need a perfect budget. You need to spend $5 less this week than you did last week. That's it. $5. Repeated, compounded, sustained. Most people I know in their 30s and 40s have no idea where their money actually goes. They know the big expenses, rent, car, insurance, but the other $1,500 a month, it just evaporates. When I finally tracked every single dollar for 30 days, I was genuinely shocked. Not by one big thing, but by 50 small things. A streaming service I didn't use, a gym membership I forgot about, takeout 3 times a week because I didn't plan meals, a $8 smoothie because it was next to my office. None of it felt significant, but together, it was the difference between saving and not saving, between control and chaos. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You probably earn enough. You just spend like someone who earns more. And the reason you do that is because American consumer culture has normalized lifestyle inflation as a sign of success. You get a raise, you upgrade your life. You get a bonus, you treat yourself. The income goes up, but so does the spending, and the gap between the two stays exactly the same. Japanese discipline rejects this entirely. It's rooted in the idea that wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. And what you keep is determined by your ability to say no to things that feel good right now, but cost you later. I'm not saying you need to live like a monk. I'm saying you need to know the difference between spending that adds value to your life and spending that just fills time. One builds something, the other just makes you feel busy. And if you're honest with yourself, most of your spending is the second kind. It's distraction, it's comfort, it's the path of least resistance. And that path keeps you exactly where you are. If you found even a small part of this true, consider hitting the like button. It helps Growth Vibe reach more people who are ready to think differently about money and control. There's a Japanese term called mottainai. It expresses regret over waste. Not just physical waste, but wasted potential, wasted time, wasted resources. When you spend money on something that doesn't improve your life, that's mottainai. When you earn money and let it disappear into nothing, that's mottainai. And once you start seeing your financial life through that lens, you can't unsee it. Every careless purchase becomes visible. Every thoughtless subscription stands out. And you start to realize how much you've been wasting without even knowing it. The shift from comfort to discipline isn't dramatic, it's quiet. It's small decisions made consistently over time. It's cooking on a Tuesday night when you'd rather order in. It's skipping the thing you don't actually need. It's sitting with discomfort long enough to realize it won't kill you. And somewhere in that process, you stop being controlled by your impulses and start being guided by your intentions. That's when your bank account starts to reflect the work you're actually doing. That's when the gap closes. Most people never make this shift because it requires admitting that the way you've been living isn't working. And that admission feels like failure. But it's not. It's clarity. It's the moment you stop pretending that working hard is enough and start building systems that actually match your goals. Japanese discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about respect for your future self. It's about understanding that every dollar you spend today is a choice you're making about tomorrow. I'll leave you with this. If you keep spending the way you've been spending, you'll keep getting the results you've been getting. And 5 years from now, you'll be 5 years older, still working hard, still wondering why your account looks the same. Or you can start today. One small decision, one moment of discipline, one choice that your future self will thank you for. Growth Vibe is built for people who are ready to make that shift. If that's you, subscribe and become part of a community that values long-term clarity over short-term comfort. So here's the question. If you're working this hard, shouldn't your money reflect it?